Hello everyone, my name is Olga and you are on my channel Happy Look. Today I am going to be showing you how to create such a wonderful straw headband with visor. To ensure it is universal in size, I decided to make it with a drawstring using a simple chain. You can also make it with tape, velcro or any other buckle. We will use herringbone single crochet stitches. This pattern is highly distinctive with its volumetric design, dense texture and minimal stretchability. The pattern consists of two rows, a forward pass and a return pass, as you can see here, to form that row. We will begin crocheting from the top, starting with the headband, which measures 50 by 3.5 centimeters. Afterward, we will proceed to create the visor. Instead of sewing it back on, we will crochet it directly onto the headband. There is a secret technique involved, and I'll show you how it's done. Visor measures ultimately 22 by 8 centimeters. And finally our chain at the back. It measures approximately 90 centimeters. And adding a simple ribbon band on the inside can add a level of comfort. The visor is highly practical. You can put it in a suitcase. It can also be rinsed with water, dried and treated with a steam iron. And let's see what we need for work. I'm going to use the well-made industrial raffia, also known as Raffia or Raffia ISPIE. We'll need 35 grams or 80 meters of this raffia. I'll use a 3 mm crochet hook. We need 60 centimeters of 2.5 centimeters wide grosgrain ribbon for interior band, and 3 stitch markers, measuring tape and scissors. So let's get into it. You can start out chaining really whatever number of stitches you'd like. I'm going to chain 76. So our chain is ready. To work the herringbone single crochet stitch, we are going to start out by working the first row into the back bumps of the crochet chain. So let's work single crochet into back bump of the chain here. Now we are going to start herringbone part. Insert our hook into the front of the leftmost leg and then into the next back bump of the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. And we are going to insert into that leftmost leg of the stitch, then into the next back bumps chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Kind of like a half double crochet. Pull up a pretty tall loop, because we are going to work through that left leg. Insert into that leftmost, into the back bump, yarn over, pull up the loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. We are gonna keep repeating that across the row. So we have to chain left here in our first row. We are just going to complete. Here is our very first slip knot. One more herringbone stitch here. I've just finished forward pass here. So I'll chain 1 and turn. One thing to know is that this herringbone stitch creates 3 loops. 1, 2 and 3. So just keep that in mind because we want to work all our stitches through all 3 loops. Insert our hook into the stitch from back to front under all 3 loops. Grab the yarn, pull it through, yarn over and pull through both. And that is the reverse single crochet. We can see 2 legs. So from right to left, stick your hook into this leg closest to the next stitch, and then from back to front through all 3 loops. Grab the yarn, pull it through, pull up that loop pretty high again. Yarn over and then pull through all 3. So again, through that leg, under all 3 loops of the next stitch. Grab the yarn, pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. So let's keep going and finish off this row. Through that loop, under all 3 loops of the next stitch. Grab the yarn, pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. So let's just go to the end. I reached that last stitch. There is only 2 loops to work through. Work that last stitch. So now we are going chain 1, turn, and to do our right side. All of the rows are going to begin with a single crochet stitch, and it's going to count as our first stitch throughout. We are going to insert into that leftmost leg that stitch, and then through all 3 loops, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, and then pull through all 3. So again, through that leg, under all 3 loops of the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. We are gonna keep repeating that across the row. To the left leg, under 3 loops, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and then pull through all 3. I'm finishing this forward pass, so we have 1 chain left here, 1 more herringbone stitch here, chain 1, turn, and I'm going to do a return pass. We already know how to do it, so start with reverse single crochet, through that leftmost leg, On the all 3 loops of the next stitch, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. So let's keep going and finish off this row. Pull up that loop pretty high again. I'm not very comfortable because I have to keep crocheting under the camera, far away from myself. I'm just going to complete. I'm finishing return pass here, so one more herringbone stitch here. I will chain 1, pull out the yarn, tighten the loop and cut the end. I'm ready to create the visor, and now I'm going to find the center. Mark this place with a marker. Now from this marker we should to count 18 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Put the marker into the next one. We will start with this, the 18th stitch. Same on the other side. These 39 stitches will form the foundation of our visor. We will work an auxiliary rows on them. If you are unsure about the width of your visor, you can work this row along the entire length of the headband. You can find instructions of how to crochet it as well as the full video tutorial and pattern by following the link in the description below this video. So I finished the visor and now I am going to steam it. I barely touch it with the iron, no need to iron here, just steam. So let our visor rest and dry for a bit. And now I'm gonna make one round with single crochets around headband and visor. I'll start with slip knot. Insert the hook into the very first stitch under all 3 loops. Pull up a loop. Put all tails above the stitches and work single crochet into the next stitch. Work single crochets all the way around. Here we have tails. We will hide them too. Let's continue. On the turns we work 2 single crochets in one, right here. You can make 3 stitches into one if you want to create a corner, but I want to have a rounded turn here, so I'm doing 2 into 1. Now I'm going to put my single crochet into the middle of the rows until the corner. Once more 2 single crochets in one. Hide all tails. And I'm gonna keep on that around to the beginning. I'm finishing the round with single crochet and work 2 single crochet in one. And now I'm gonna work around with slip stitches. Insert the hook into both loops of the previous row, yarn over, pull through loop on hook, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through loop on hook. I'm just gonna keep on that around all my visor to the beginning, and we'll get a very beautiful edge. Let's continue and I will meet you here. I finish in the round. Just work into very first stitch of the previous row, into the slip stitch. I'm gonna join the round with invisible Fasten Off. Pull the loop, cut the yarn, insert the hook through both loops of the next slip stitch, pull yarn through completely, insert the hook from the back into the middle of this last stitch, and pull yarn through completely. And now I'm going to hide the tail inside. Cut the end. Now I'm going to make a chain of 150 to tie our headband at the back. You can use any other method of fastening if you prefer. Now that everything is ready, I want to sew a cotton ribbon inside for comfort. Cut a strip a couple of centimeters longer than the headband. Try not to pierce the raffia with the needle, but thread it through the loops. Sew it along the entire length. Finally, let's add the drawstring. Thread the chain at least half a centimeter from the edge. Let's tie knots at the end of the chain and trim the excess. Now you can tie it. You won't need to constantly untie and retie it. Adjust the size once and tie it securely. Our visor is ready. I will steam it once more. To do this, I'm using a regular towel. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye bye.